let's say someone comes to you, they've got a great joke to share, a great story, and they start telling it to you, and you're like, you realize, oh, I heard that already. I know that already. And, a person is very tempted to just say, oh yeah, I know that joke. Or, oh yeah, that's a great story. And then you basically, the person who was telling it was all excited and animated, like, oh, they sort of like fall down, and it actually becomes embarrassing for the person who is sharing. So there's a beautiful idea that even when you're hearing something you heard before, to pretend that you never heard it before, and to give that person, the storyteller, the joke teller, the excitement to be telling it anew, and seeing how captivated you are in hearing that. And for those of you who were here at Steig, both last week and the previous week, so I was in the middle of traveling, and I guess I got a little flustered, and I inadvertently told over the wrong story. I retold the same story last week that I told 2 weeks ago, not realizing it. And some of you I see nodding now obviously did realize it, but didn't say anything. You could have said, oh yeah, right, we know that story already. You just told us that story. And it could have been embarrassing. And every single one of you just kept quiet, acted like it was new information. I even saw some inspiring faces, on the video, like people like, oh, like as if like you're hearing brand new rocket science information. And that was so beautiful and such a testament to who you are and what you're doing and what you're accomplishing as we learn and grow together. And it's so beautiful. And I'd like to now share the story I was supposed to share last week, which is about a couple in Jerusalem who had struggled for many, many years to have a baby. And finally, after 28 years, they were blessed with a son. And the whole community was excited and couldn't wait to celebrate together with this family. And the Friday night came for the Shalom Zachar, and as everyone's coming in and wishing their mazel tov and just sharing in the joy, the father of the baby got up to speak. And he shared with them, the 28 years of pain, of tears, of prayers, of medical experiments, of all the anguish and everything that went into it. And then he shared that about a year ago, he remembered something that happened when he was in school, when he was a student at a yeshiva. And he remembered that there was a cleaning lady who used to come, and often she would bring her children with her to help her clean, ostensibly. But really, more often than not, they were making noise and disturbing the other yeshiva students. So his friend appointed him as the spokesman to speak to this cleaning lady and to ask her to stop bringing her children. And he said, I guess I was maybe a little insensitive in the way I said it over. Maybe I was callous in my presentation. And after I told her that we'd like her to stop bringing her children, she said to me, you should never have to struggle with the challenge of raising children. And here I was after 27 years of struggling. I thought, wow, maybe there's a connection. So I researched and I found out where she lived. I went over to her home. I introduced myself. I reminded her who I was. And once I reminded her of the incident, it was clear that it was still causing some pain on her end. And I broke down crying. And I said, I'm so sorry. Please, if you could find in your heart to forgive me. And she said, absolutely, 100%. I completely forgive you. And that reunion, when I spoke to her, was exactly 9 months ago. There is an amazing power in our words. The power to hurt and the power to heal. Words, when you share with someone, words that really could be a curse, and you don't realize how that can impact someone's life. Words that are insensitive, that could hurt someone's feelings, that even 27 years later, they're still remembering the incident. But also, the the words that can forgive, the words that have the power to bring forth life. And I'll add one other thing. Sometimes the most powerful words are the words that aren't spoken at all. Like when you're hearing that story that you already know and hearing that joke that you already know, and someone's sharing this great, exciting news with you, and you pretend you never heard it before so they could enjoy telling it over to you. I want to give us all a blessing that we always have only positive things to share, and that we use our words in only a positive way to lift up other people and to make the world a better place.